Honestly, I don't know why you're so upset when you still have a ton of money, dude.
What do you mean?
I mean, you are.
I'm not upset. You're the one that just swore. I'm actually quite happy and thankful I live in the greatest country ever to exist.
Yeah, excuse me for swearing. I feel like this entire getup is just you afraid of losing your economic and like white male privilege.
Wait, what privilege do I have as a white person?
Sunburn.
No, seriously.
He's just ignorant.
Honestly,
No.
it was nice to meet you. Can I take your hand?
Yeah, but can you explain
Can I take your hand? It was nice to meet you. I'd like you to think about the way your actions affect other people, not just the white male people.
Hey my love, so we're back again for another video, and this is Charlie Cake content right here on my channel. You guys know I bring more of Charlie Cake content here on my channel, and I can't wait for us to watch this particular video. The title of this video is Charlie Cake calmly shuts down woke student and leaves the room speechlessly. So I can't wait for us to watch this. So without further ado, let's get right into this video.
Economic and social equality. I don't know really what that means, but maybe you could tell me.
Interesting. Yeah, it means that like all people kind of get the same opportunities.
Like Cuba, or like Venezuela,
No, not like Cuba or Venezuela.
or like North Korea,
No, not like.
or like how the Soviet Union did it, right?
No, I'd like you to stop like interrupting me. I think that all those examples of like capitalist systems are ones that aren't.
The Soviet Union was not a capitalist system.
Yes, I know. And Venezuela is not a socialist system.
Sure it is. They nationalized their oil and gas reserves. They have nationalized healthcare, nationalized schooling. The government owns the means of production. How is it not a socialist country?
Because because of the history of U.S. interference, socialism cannot be like enacted as it should be.
It also sort of functions under the guise of socialism. I think a lot of the
Venezuela is still corrupt as fuck.
Yeah, but can you show me any socialist country that works?
Yeah, most of Europe.
So maybe Norway, Sweden, or Finland?
Yeah.
But they're more economically free than America.
How so?
On the World Economic Freedom Index, they're ranked higher than America.
And so what does that like mean?
So lower taxes, less regulation. So they're not, I wouldn't consider them to be socialist countries.
They provide healthcare for all their citizens.
So does Cuba. How does that work?
I'm sure.
because they're like
Norway, Sweden, Finland also has a homogenous population.
Oh, I want to know about this.
yeah,
Why do
so-
you think? Why is that sort of thing?
Yeah.
promoted?
Because it's 6 to 7
That you need
million people.
They
don't
need a homogenized society.
you don't need it
But what is? I don't
Yeah,
even
can
know
you
because
right
they have
now.
low rates of immigration.
Can you explain to me why?
And so
like,
they have less people coming in their country every year that need Medicaid equivalent type social programs.
Can you explain to me why
They have the
having
strictest immigration policies in Europe, in Norway, Sweden, Finland, and they don't pay for a national military. 70 to 80% tax rates for the highest earners, of which I oppose completely. Sweden has full school choice, which I'm sure you support, right?
I don't.
Oh, okay, but Sweden has full school choice.
I mean,
Sweden's also ranked higher on
if
the
all
world.
schools are funded equally, then yeah, I would support school choice. But the fact is that schools in like richer areas have better funding and
So-
thus give people
but-
better education, as opposed to poorer areas, and thus poor people who can't afford to like choose that rich school, who can't commute, who can't like afford the tuition, are not going to be able to get that level of education.
So why is it that we've spent more on education in the last 60 years federally, but our test scores have gotten worse? Why do you think that is?
Because testing is not a measure of.
How about graduation rates? I mean, any metric you use, our schools have gotten worse over the last 50
So
years.
funding the
Where have
classes
they
want to
got
fix that?
like
I'm sorry?
Where have they gotten?
Baltimore. There are 7 schools in inner city Baltimore where they can't find
So
one
probably
kid in
systematic
8th grade.
racism.
Oh, so wait. So do you think America's more racist today than it was in the 1960s?
In some levels, yeah.
Really? You think America's more racist today than it was in the 1960s?
I
It's
think.
still more racist than it should be.
I mean, yeah, I want to say like, I think like net racist.
I mean,
Do you want it to be more racist?
Yeah,
'Cause that's what
like-
it seems
No,
like.
it's not. Actually, I think
but
we're
it's-
significantly less racist, so you can't blame racism
just
for
'cause
why these
something's
communities are not
less
doing
doesn't-
well.
Really? Could
No,
you not
significantly
blame, like,
less.
Could you not blame,
What
for
is your
example,
race metric?
Well, let me look. Okay, so in the 1960s, blacks weren't allowed in the National Basketball Association.
Oh.
In the 1960s, the Civil Rights Act hadn't been passed until 1965. The 1960s, blacks were not allowed to go to the same schools as whites. So, like, that's my metric. So we passed the Civil Rights Act in 1965.
Anecdotal.
Yeah.
Oh,
those
how
are
about this?
anecdotal.
We had a black president elected twice in 2008 and 2012.
Oh man, so since a black president was elected, we fixed racism,
we
right?
quintupled. No, not we haven't finished racism. We're significantly less racist. So the talking point of the far left is that the inequities that the black community and minority communities are experiencing is because of systemic racism. In order for that argument to be true, America would have had the same sort of amount of racism over the last 60 years, or gotten more racist. Any sort of logical analysis of history would show we're significantly less racist today than they were in the 1960s. So then what is it?
Any level of racism is still racism, dude.
I think there's individual racism, but the idea that there's widespread systemic racism does not exist.
Okay, what about, okay, so here's an example. You guys want, okay, so up until probably the mid 70s, like neighborhoods could choose not to sell homes to black people. That's why a lot of black people live in like certain like parts of town, you would say, and those are also generally parts of town that have like underfunded schools and stuff like that.
So the Asian community went through the exact same type of discrimination, yet the Asian community is the richest community per race in America.
So are you implying something about the black community?
No, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying the Asian community did not have a series of social welfare programs designed at them, such as federal welfare systems, broken public schools. The Asian community were one of the poorest communities in the 1940s. Now they are the richest community per race in America. How did that happen?
So you're saying black people are...
They were taking advantage. Black people are poor because of the Democrat Party, who got them addicted to government benefits, stuck them in clustered urban areas, put them in broken schools,
Is that
and
the
started a war
Democratic
on
Party
police.
did all of that?
Yes, show me one urban city where there's a Republican mayor. Show me one urban area where there's more Republican congressmen than Democrat congressmen.
Like currently?
Yes, or even the last 50 years. It's Democrats that run the urban cities. Oakland,
Yeah,
Portland,
thank fuck.
Chicago, Philadelphia. But these are the most, so you said thankful, but these are the worst parts of America. The most murderous, the most bankrupt, the most hopeless are all run by Democrats.
Yeah, but there's no way you can like make some sort of causation if there's no sort of control for that.
Yeah.
You can't
Well, sure-
like say it
sure
would
you
be
can.
worse without a Republican. No, there's no way you can make that sort of
listen,
inference.
I'm
It's
glad-
impossible.
so
you just can't make that inference.
Okay,
you just
so
don't
when-
have data for it. I'm sorry.
yeah, so the
Just
when-
stop trying to make shit
Okay, so,
up.
okay, can I give you examples?
No.
No? Oh, you don't want facts?
They're not facts.
Do facts bother you?
No.
Okay, so
You
when
are gonna make up
so
fake facts.
Republicans run cities, municipalities, and counties, have much lower levels of poverty over 30 years, better run schools, more likely to balance their budget, much more business competitive.
That could be
nine out
correlation,
of
not
9 out of 10 of the most business competitive states in America are all run by Republican governors. And Republican, yeah, it is actually.
I mean, that doesn't
Utah, Nevada, Arizona.
that doesn't necessarily have any sort of relevance to your point.
So why would you say that the broken inner cities in America all have Democrat mayors, and the best run states all have Republican governors? Why would you say that?
I would say
that's the case?
possibly because people see that Democratic mayors and Democratic government officials can fix the broken system.
Have Democrats fixed anything in the last 60 years?
No, because
you're right. Okay.
Because we've had a Republican-controlled Congress.
No, we've had a
Congress-
Democrat-controlled president from 2008 to
The
2016.
president does not have like ultimate power over
No,
the
you're right.
United
Obama
States.
controlled the House and the Senate, passed the health care bill that destroyed 1/6 of our economy, borrowed trillions of dollars, raised taxes, grew government, and then Republicans took back the House of Representatives and
Honestly,
eventually
I
the
don't know
presidency.
why you're so upset when you still have a ton of money, dude.
What do you mean?
I mean, you are.
I'm not upset. You're the one that just swore.
You guys, this was a very beautiful topic to talk about. This was something very beautiful to talk about. Now, when we hear the word racism, we've heard a lot of opinion and perception about this word racism, someone being a racist and all that. Now, this was the bone of contention between Charlie Kirk and this woman. You guys know that racism is a form of discrimination, you know, between one culture and the other and the rest of it. Now, I really love the way Charlie Kirk handled her. Charlie Kirk handled her with sense and with an intellectual high sense of reasoning. Right? She has a lot to say. She has a lot to spill out. You know, at some point she started swearing and Charlie Kirk was like, is there need for that? And when the crowd became so overwhelming and became so obvious about her behavior, trying to sway and all that, she had to caution herself. Now, when we talk about racism, we all know that back in the 17th centuries, there was this discrimination between the black, selling the black to slavery, and all that. We all know that there was something like that occurred in the 17th century. Trust me, we're now in the 21st century and nothing like this exists, because right now we are speaking against racism, one being a racist, right? She also talked about the black in Americans, that they had been discriminated and all that. But I just want to say that it's not just the black Americans, not just the black in America that have been discriminated. Now let's talk about Asia. Asians also stay in America and they were once discriminated, right? But one thing I can assure you about Asians is that they are very responsible. They guide their homes zealously and they don't really have this promiscuous lifestyle and all that. Guys, I have a lot to say concerning Charlie Kirk and this woman, but then I want to reserve my comments because I need you guys' comments in the comment section below. What do you guys think about this particular opinion and view? Kindly drop it in the comment section below. Let's make this an interactive one. I love you guys so much. It's still your girl BB Harry Froze Reacts. So you're welcome to my channel. If you're new, kindly subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, you are the real G. Thank you for always tuning in to watch this video. We've come to the end of today's video and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.